Thanks to Casper for sponsoring this update. You optimistically spend a third of your life in your bed, so you deserve a good mattress. Casper delivers right to your door and will give you $50 towards select mattress purchases when you visit casper.com/theknow and use promo code THEKNOW at checkout. Welcome to The Know, I'm Ashley. It's Monday. Welcome to a whole new week of news. One of the most anticipated games in development if you're an Xbox One fan, is that we've still heard nothing about. Yeah, that's Halo 6. And this weekend, 343 hinted that it's still going to be a long time before we hear anything else. In fact, we maybe shouldn't expect the game this year at all, even though we've been kind of hoping that we'd get something. Nope. The unfortunate information comes courtesy of a New Year's blog post by 343 writing, 2018 has arrived, and with it the promise of new fun times to be had and adventures to be embarked upon. No, not those adventures, but plenty of exciting ones regardless, some of which might surprise you more than others. So yeah, that definitely sounds like a hint that we shouldn't wait up on Halo 6. When you add that to a recent reply on Reddit from community manager Brian Gerard saying, it's gonna still be a good while before you hear anything of any significance, yeah, don't hold your breath. It looks like we might have some hints about what to expect from the next Legend of Zelda game. Okay, before you get your hopes up, it's a 3DS Zelda, it's not the follow-on to Breath of the Wild. Plus, the rumor comes from a handful of sources claiming slightly different things, so there's a little bit of gray area there. But the core idea is that some kind of 2D Zelda might be on the way. First up, games writer Marcus Sellers, who has a very hit-or-miss track record lately, wrote on Twitter that a remake of the Game Boy title Link's Awakening is coming this year, developed by Grezzo, who've done a handful of 3DS Zelda games already. This rumor was also backed up by Nate8696, who has leaked a handful of Nintendo-related items in the past. However, Nate added that it probably isn't a full Link's Awakening remake, but inspired by it, perhaps a sequel. On top of that, there have been several reports that Nintendo PR reps are contacting journalists to ask if they can use quotes from reviews of 2013's Link Between Worlds for upcoming marketing purposes, leading some to believe that whatever this game is, it's going to be announced pretty soon. Maybe that rumored upcoming direct that we've been speculating so much about? Oh, that would be great. A Link Between Worlds was so good, you guys. All right, we might not be getting Halo this year, but it sounds like another one of Microsoft's big studios is helping lead the charge for a new IP, and that's Gears of War 4 developer The Coalition, along with production outfit Storylab. Storylab is a group that contributes services like motion capture, stunts, and production crews to Microsoft projects, and according to their website, they are now helping The Coalition with a new Xbox IP. The two have already partnered together for Gears of War Ultimate Edition and Gears of War 4, so it'll be interesting to see what else this partnership serves up next. Sony sold a lot of PlayStation VR headsets in 2017. It's quietly been one of the biggest VR successes. They've sold tons and tons of headsets. They don't talk about it all that much, but they're gearing up to release a whole lot of games to support it in 2018. Sony said in a statement to Japanese publication Nikkei that PSVR will nearly double the number of games released for the platform this year, from 150 all the way up to 280. According to the company, this is only possible because of the sheer number of headsets purchased last year. Now that they've passed 2 million in sales, that's a lot of headsets. It looks like they've got enough reason to start funneling more money into VR experiences. Hopefully that also means we'll get a few really nice AAA projects as a result, something to really, make VR hit. Because right now what there is there's a lot of really cool experiences, but there aren't a lot of AAA experiences that have been developed specifically for VR. A lot of them are ports at best, and they're still great, but it'd be great to see proper AAA. Anyway, I'm getting off track here. Breaking news! A lot of people play video games on Steam. Yeah, huge surprise, I know. The platform has set yet another record for concurrent users. More than 18 million people were logged on at the same time on Saturday, and more than 7 million of them were in-game, according to a tweet from the account Steam database, which tracks activity on the platform. Compared to this time last year, that is an increase of about 30%, which that's impressive when you consider how much Steam has been growing to still be growing 30% year over year. That's a lot. Of course, there's a big reason for a lot of that growth: PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. The game reached its own all-time high peak over the weekend, again, with more than 3.16 million players in-game at the same time. That means a good chunk of those players on Steam were playing PUBG, and its popularity doesn't seem to show any signs of slowing down. The widely reported bugs that were discovered in Intel processors are now causing downtime in a very popular game. You may have noticed if you play FORTNITE, it's been having some server issues recently, and Epic Games says that's because of recent updates by Intel that deal with the Meltdown and Spectre CPU bugs. The developer wrote on a forum post, "All of our cloud services are affected by updates required to mitigate the Meltdown vulnerability. We heavily rely on cloud services to run our backend, and we may experience further service issues due to ongoing updates." And it looks like those server issues for FORTNITE, they're gonna continue into this week. Epic added, "Unexpected issues may occur with our services over the next week as the cloud services we use are updated. We are working with our cloud service providers to prevent further issues and will do everything we can to mitigate and resolve any issues that arise as quickly as possible." This was somewhat expected as Intel rushes to fix these major security vulnerabilities, but hopefully it'll all get smoothed out so soon so we can get back to our sweet battle royale gaming that's free. That's like Fortnite's real headline. It's battle royale and free and has building. The maker of Star Citizen has responded to a lawsuit filed by developer Crytek, and they basically told Crytek, go fuck off. Last month, Cloud Imperium was sued by Crytek, who accused Cloud Imperium of breach of contract and copyright infringement during the development of Star Citizen. Crytek says it had an agreement where Cloud Imperium promised to use CryEngine exclusively and actively promote the platform in connection with Star Citizen. Well, Cloud Imperium has responded to the lawsuit, arguing that Crytek deliberately omitted and concealed part of the general licensing agreement that both parties signed. While Crytek claimed Cloud Imperium had agreed to use CryEngine exclusively, Cloud Imperium says that the agreement actually says that it just exclusively had the rights to use CryEngine. They're calling for the case to be dismissed in its entirety with prejudice. So we'll see how all that shakes out. In the meantime, the 3.0 alpha build is available to play. Award season kicked off in earnest last night with the 2018 Golden Globes. The big winners were 3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri, Lady Bird and The Shape of Water, The Handmaid's Tale, and Big Little Lies. Unlike the Oscars, the Golden Globes splits their top categories up between drama and musical or comedy. 3 billboards swept the Drama Awards for Best Motion Picture, Best Actress for Frances McDormand, Best Supporting Actor for Sam Rockwell, and Best Original Screenplay. Lady Bird won Best Motion Picture for a musical or comedy, as well as Best Actress for Saoirse Ronan. Guillermo del Toro won Best Director for The Shape of Water, which also took home a statue for Best Score. Best Actors went to Gary Oldman for drama, for his role as Winston Churchill in Darkest Hour, and James Franco won for comedy for his portrayal of the iconic creator of The Room, Tommy Wiseau, in The Disaster Artist. Allison Janney won Best Supporting Actress for I, Tonya, and Coco was crowned the Best Animated Film of the Year. Oh man, so many feels in that movie. On the TV side of things, The Handmaid's Tale and Marvelous Miss Maisel were the winners in their categories, and Big Little Lies took home the gold for a limited series. Rounding out the TV winners was Ewan McGregor for Best Actor in a Limited Series in Fargo, Sterling K. Brown for Best Actor in a TV Series for Drama for This Is Us, and Aziz Ansari for Best Actor in a TV Series that's a comedy for Master of None. Whew, it's a lot of awards. Every studio wants their own shared superhero universe these days. You know what, just shared universes in general. Monsters? Yeah, sure. Dark monsters? Yeah, sure. You know, also that. Everything's a shared universe now. Anyway, Sony is also trying to build one. They're trying to build theirs around the Valiant Comics stable of characters. While lesser known than Marvel and DC heroes, Valiant made a splash at comic book stores in the early 90s with characters like Harbinger, Exo Man of War, Shadow Man, and Bloodshot, and Sony has the rights to all of them. The first potential Valiant shared universe film is likely going to be Bloodshot, which is currently being adapted by Arrival screenwriter Eric Heiserer. The Wrap's reporting that Vin Diesel is the leading contender to star as the title character, a super soldier with quick healing thanks to nanobots in his bloodstream and the ability to shapeshift his mass. Think of him as like a Captain America, Wolverine, and Agent Venom all strapped in one little Jason Bourne thrown in for good measure, just like, you know, little Dashaborn. Anyway, Sony is believed to be going in the Deadpool and Logan direction for this one, making it an R-rated comic book film. Should it come to pass, Bloodshot would mark Diesel's second major comic book character after Groot in Guardians of the Galaxy. He'll probably have more than 3 words to say with this one, though. Probably. Alright, it's that time of year again. Speedrunning time! The much-loved charity event Awesome Games Done Quick is now underway. It kicked off yesterday with speedruns of Skyrim, Crash Bandicoot, Insane Trilogy, Little Big Planet 2, and many more, all done very quickly. The biannual charity gaming marathon's gotten really popular since it started in 2010, with speedrunners all getting together in a hotel ballroom and doing what they do best. And last year's marathon raised more than $2 million, which is very, very impressive. This year, all profits will go to the Prevent Cancer Foundation, which funds cancer research in the US and internationally. The event runs until Saturday, and it's streaming on Twitch, so go watch some of your favorite games get destroyed very, very fast. Well, I mean, after you finish watching us, of course, right? Alright, that's all the news for this roundup. Welcome to another week, guys. Let us know what you think of all of these stories in the comments down below to make sure you get news from every corner of the internet every weekday. Like this video. If you're new to this channel, subscribe to the know. We'll make sure you get all those deets. Shout out to Casper for sponsoring this update. Optimistically, we each spend 1/3 of our lives or so in bed, so it makes sense to get a mattress that helps you get the best sleep. The original Casper mattress combines multiple supportive memory foams for a quality sleep surface with just the right sink and just the right bounce. Oink. Its breathable design helps you sleep cool and regulate your body temperature throughout the night. And buying one, super easy. You can order it online and it's delivered right to your door in a compact box. No strapping anything to the roof of your car and hoping it makes it all the way home. Casper offers free shipping and free returns to the US and Canada, and to help you rest easy, they offer a risk-free 100-day trial so you can decide if it's working for you. I've got one. Honestly, I didn't believe it could actually fit in a box, but they've got some kind of crazy magic going on. So just take the box inside, set up super easy. It's a very comfortable mattress. I didn't have to lay down in a mattress store to get it. It was a nice experience. Get $50 towards select mattress purchases when you visit casper.com/theknow and use promo code THEKNOW at checkout.